and welcome to a new video. Today's video is a study advice video, and it's how to study as a slow learner or someone who maybe doesn't enjoy studying as much. These are also helpful in that case. First thing I would say is to make learning fun. Obviously we don't want to study a subject that is boring. I have a video on that already. There are lots of ways you can make studying more fun, and some of these things I might mention later on in the video, so try to make learning more fun. The next piece of advice is to use examples. This works very well in certain subjects such as maths, at least for me. I always needed lots of examples for maths, lots of worked out questions, because especially if I was struggling with something, that was basically the only thing that helped me. So if your subject allows you to use examples, then do use them. It is possible to use this for everything. The next thing is to use colour. Colour makes things stick out to you, like highlighters, coloured pens. The next piece of advice would be to ask questions, especially if you're really struggling with a certain topic or subject. Ask your teachers for help, ask questions. Even if you don't like doing that, it can really help you. The next is to put your knowledge to the test. Of course, I'm going to mention past papers here, but not only past papers, because I know that like in certain cases that isn't the case. Like for me at uni, I can't do that, so it could be creating your own questions, like flashcards, your own kind of tests, and then testing yourself basically, because it engages you more in what you're learning. The next piece of advice is an advice that applies to life, and it's patience. Obviously if you're learning something new, and if you know that you're a slow learner, then you know that it's going to require time for you to understand it or learn it. And often like we might want to learn something quickly and get it over with, like for an exam. But if it's like you're studying for your GCSEs or A-level exams, and it's a topic that is very important, then you know you have to focus on it, and that focus is going to require time, and it might take you longer to grasp a concept. It might take you longer than other people to learn a certain subject or to understand a certain subject. You will get there eventually, and if you don't like understand it fully, then at least knowing it to a certain extent that like can help you in the exam. So I would just say have patience with yourself. You can't learn everything like overnight and instantly. It doesn't work for everyone. The next piece of advice is to teach someone else. Now, I also like this piece of advice because, again, it puts like your knowledge to the test, because you are explaining it to someone else or teaching someone else, or maybe work with other people when you're studying, but maybe not like with people who are fast learners. Like you could also learn with someone who's a fast learner, but so that like you don't feel like left behind, if that makes sense. Last piece of advice would be to change up your study technique. Maybe the reason why you're learning something very slowly is because you're not actively learning, or you are using the same techniques that you've always used and they're just not working for you anymore. Like my study techniques have changed over time. Like they were different during my GCSEs and different during my A-levels. The same thing is not always going to work every time. Just try different things, see what works, and have patience. Okay, so that would be all for this video and for what I've come up with as in terms of advice to study as a slow learner. If there's any other videos that you would like to see from me, please let me know in a comment. I know exams are approaching, so I'm going to try to film as much useful content as I can, because I really want to help and motivate in studying, because I know my videos haven't been focused on that lately. If you have any other things you'd like to hear from me, see on this channel, then please let me know. And I've linked all my other previous playlists and videos that are helpful for studying that you might want to check out. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.